Welcome to Rapture Ready 78. Um, I feel like um, I feel like I should make these videos, and if this was a year ago, even a year or 3 years ago, I don't think that I would feel that compelled to make a video um, about the obvious signs that are all through our world, all through our society right now. Um, so I'm a born again Christian, and what I mean by that is I knew the Bible. I didn't know it completely from front to back. Um, Not so long ago, but I grew up a Catholic, and I'm not Catholic anymore. I'm just a Christian, and so I knew the Bible. I'd been to church, and it was only probably a year ago. It was about a year ago. I remember I was walking, and I heard someone swearing and taking the Lord's name in vain. And it was at that point where I realized I I, I hate sin. I hate people swearing in Jesus' name. I hate people who constantly swear, who just sin in general. And I felt convicted of my sins. That's what happened. God has worked through my life. Um, I couldn't begin to tell you. At one point, I couldn't walk for about 10 years. God did miracles that maybe I'll tell you them. They're very difficult to tell. So God helped me in my life, to say the least. And I see other Watchmen channels, and I feel, like there's a lot of stuff I would like to say that they don't. About news around the world. Just some. I'm not good enough to throw out verses at you and give the number and chapter and verse. I'm not that good, but I know I certainly can recall them in my head. So the the fool says in his heart, there is no God. um, these signs that are happening right now are just so overwhelming, and if you haven't read the Bible, how would you know, right? You can see what's happening in the world, and you can see that there's something wrong. And it's not only that. It's that these things will not stop. And I can promise you that they're not going to stop. They're called the birth pains, and the birth pains only increase as the baby comes closer. The contractions become more intense and more in frequency, and that's what's happening, and that's the analogy of what's happening. And Jesus gave it to us quite simply in Matthew 24, Luke 21, and Mark 13. I do know those ones. So the signs are all here. So on my channel, I'm just going to discuss the signs that I see. Obviously, you have to confess with your mouth and believe that Jesus Christ is Lord, like He made us. He is our Lord, and that He came here, He died the most brutal death, and He came back, and He was correcting what had gone wrong with the devil and the serpent and Adam and Eve. I read a verse today. I forget exactly where it is, in the Corinthians 15 or 14 or something like that, where Paul the Apostle is saying, if there is no resurrection, there is no hope. So in other words, the verse that it says is, eat, drink, and be merry, because tomorrow we die. So the signs are here, and you can tell people what those signs are, no matter how bad the earthquakes become, which just happened, no matter how strong the winds are, the tornadoes, everything, how bad famines are, purpose famines, purpose plagues. And what I mean is, yes, I think much of this is done by man. All the corruption in our society. So that's what I'm going to follow. And if I, when I see stories, when I see all types of things, I'll try to follow up on some of those. We're in the end when there's scoffers. We're in the end when evil is being celebrated as good, and good as evil. As you know, Christians being arrested, it doesn't matter. Social media posts, people being arrested for the most ridiculous things. So it's kind of hard to see that it's not here, and how bad the corruption is in society. And in my view, my personal view, the linchpin of this world that we depend on is the United States, which is being attacked from within. And what I see is the most corruption I've ever seen in any political stage. And who I'm speaking about is the Democrats. And so I just, they're to attack family, fatherless generations. Fatherless generations don't turn out very well, do they? You need those figures in your life. And so what would the next generation look like? And there isn't going to be another generation. We don't have much time left, I'm telling you that, and that's why I make this channel, to tell you, to save yourself. Parents not having decisions of their children, literally castrating them. They can decide to do that in these communities. You know which community I'm speaking of. Castrate, cut off their breasts. And the bottom line is that, and I saw a video that that it's big pharma making money from this, for medications, for lifelong medications. That's not the only thing. It's not the only reason. There's an agenda. There's always an agenda behind this. So on this channel, I'm gonna try to bring up some stories, and it correlates with what Jesus told us is going to happen. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment, and please like, because the algorithms are tough, right? You need likes to get more people seeing the video. Thank you.